Yeah, so coming off a good weekend, clearly went up to Dayton and played three very high-quality teams. Marquette team that was in the Sweet 16 last year returned everybody, but one, which was their libero, and got a transfer in that position. So very well-rounded team. Glad we were able to come out with a victory on that one for sure. Followed up with Dayton and Drake. Again, two NCAA tournament caliber teams. Dayton's picked to win the A-10, which the way they're playing, I think that I would expect that to probably happen, certainly be in contention there. Drake, team that won over 30 matches last year and returned everybody. So, again, a high-level tournament. We're happy to get out of there 2-1, stay on track for all of our goals for the season. So it was good. From a personnel standpoint, got to see a lot out of our team. Obviously, Paige Briggs is, who she is. She is, all tournament selection, did her thing, stable, does so much for us in every aspect of the match. I think she got a little tired on Saturday, third match in non-air-conditioned gym, so you kind of expect that. But really good weekend for her. Kaylee Cox, new addition, transfer in from Missouri. She showed what she's going to be able to do for us this year, and she's stable. She was right behind Paige in terms of attempts, hitting percentage, kills per set. So she's doing a really nice job. She's going to impact play a lot for us, not just offensively, but also defensively. She's a good server. She just does a lot, which is a really nice addition for us. Losing Lauren Matthews from last year, it's a big loss. We've got some young kids in there, very inexperienced, but it was a great weekend for them. We got to see what Gabby White can do as a young freshman. Logan Gravengood stepped in and did a really nice job too. So they're gaining tons of experience against high-level teams. It was a really good weekend. So coming away, like I said, 2-1 is exactly where we were obviously hoping to be. 3-0 would have been great, but 2-1 is a really good weekend for us.
How tough was it for you guys to come back after playing the top 25 match so in the season later that night against a home team that hadn't played? I mean, how much does that affect you?
It definitely does affect us. Look, one, you played a top 25 team and had to grind. It was a tough match, and like I said, it was a non-air conditioned gym, so that takes a little bit of a toll too, trying to stay hydrated and all that. But then to come back and play a team that haven't played yet, that is a very, very good team on their home court, in a great environment. It was quite the challenge, and I don't think we really responded well to that. Dayton played pretty flawlessly, and we made a lot of uncharacteristic errors for us. In terms of really bouncing back there, I think we could have done a better job, and we usually do, and I think we will going forward. But it was a tough day, and our kids came out and tried hard. We just didn't have it.
Then come back the next day, though, you had another match, and obviously played a lot better. Great.
We did play a lot better. We executed a lot better against Drake, but they were in the exact same situation we were the day before. So we caught them on their second match of the day, and I think they were getting a little tired, and we just capitalized on that. But our kids did play well. We served the ball well. We served them into situations that allowed us to be successful, which is exactly what we wanted to do. And then we played pretty clean offensively, which really helped. As we know, when we play clean offensively, we can be a hard team to beat.
What was the takeaways from the weekend? What do you focus on today as you get ready for that home opener and so on?
Yeah, this one's tricky because we get one day to address the things from the weekend, and yet we've got to be prepared for a match tomorrow. So, going in today, we're just looking to clean up some of the errors, and a lot of that was in the Dayton match. Clean up where we did not execute offensively. We've got to serve a little bit better than we did as a whole over the weekend. So we'll focus on those types of things going into tomorrow's match against Belmont. And the reality is tomorrow night's must win, but this time of year it's more about what we're doing. So we will focus a lot on the little things that we've got to clean up going into tomorrow night's match, and that'll be our biggest focus.
How excited is the team, just to be, even with this quick turnaround, to be back home playing, both of their seasons here at Diddle?
Yeah, they're pretty excited. I mean, who's not excited about getting back out here in Diddle in front of our own fans and, walking out on that Terraflex floor that just transforms Diddle Arena into a volleyball venue. They're excited. We're hoping for a great crowd tomorrow night. Their families will all be here if they can, and yeah, so their level of excitement's pretty high. It's great to break up 2 road trips with that home match as well. Rejuvenates them a little bit coming off the weekend before we have to get back on the road.
Coming into the season, there's not really much time to prepare. So how has this group gelled together so far? Obviously, since there are a lot of new girls and faces that you see on the court.
This team is probably at this juncture with, as you said, a lot of new faces. We had Kaylee come in the spring. They've connected very well. Our team chemistry is always really good, but where we are right now is great. They're very very united, and that's something that we talk a lot about. But they're committed to their goals. We talk a lot about being resilient, and they're doing that. Certainly in an environment this weekend that we had to play in. They showed some resiliency after a loss coming back and playing against Drake, but they're a very united group. They get along extremely well on and off the court while still able to challenge each other, which is the other part that we talk a lot about in the gym, is holding each other accountable and still being able to maintain that great chemistry. So right now we're right on track with where we want to be after first weekend with that.
Just looking ahead a little bit too, another tough tournament coming up on the heels of this. You're going to be in a similar situation to what you were on Friday with 2 matches, again against the home team, and them not having played. What did you learn from this first time that you might do a little better against Penn State?
Well, I think that's what are we going to do different that would be better? That's a hard question. I mean, I think the challenge there is just being able to finish that match and recover and be prepared to play, right? And I think our girls really experienced that. The big ones going into this weekend are really, we've got to walk into that Colgate match prepared. And then our girls are going to be flying high on emotion, playing Penn State on their home court, another top-ranked team who is just uber talented. I mean, they've got a lot of new faces, but they have a ton of talent. So I think, the biggest thing there is an opportunity to play a Penn State is going to have our girls ready to play. They'll be excited about that.
I mean, if anything, that looks like it could be a tougher doubleheader than you faced this past weekend, because Colgate's pretty solid in its own right. Obviously, Penn State's already played a couple of top 25s.
It definitely. I mean, there's no doubt Penn State athletically is probably going to be the toughest match we probably have non-conference. So it's a tough match, but again, you're talking about a top 10 team that, nobody is going to pick us to win that match. So we can go out there and play pretty free and be excited. But, as you said, Colgate's really good. I mean, they've got a middle right now that's averaging well over 2 blocks a set, which is phenomenal. So we're going to have to step up to that challenge first before we can ever think about Penn State. And, we're just going to go out and battle that second one for sure. But Colgate's going to be a nice challenge. And James Madison on the back end of that. It's going to be just like playing another Drake, although James Madison, that's going to be their first match for the day. So we're going to have to be ready for that one too. That's a team that coming off of a great year last year and returning a ton. So this is, as you said, is a really challenging weekend. Our non-conference schedule's tough, and we're just going to, but it's going to prepare us very well for the remainder of the year. So our kids will respond.
Anything else? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.